Good morning, third graders. Welcome to today's second step lesson. Now, if we think back to last week's lesson, we talked about identifying feelings and how we can think about how those feelings might affect our behavior. So we're going to dive in a little bit more this week on our feelings and how we can maybe calm down if we have some feelings that might bring our energy up. So first, though, we are going to play a video. Do you want to explain this, Miss Pelzel?
So this video is from the famous movie Inside Out. So in this video, you'll see some of those characters, and these characters have a certain feeling. They're not going to tell you until a little bit later on, but I want to see if you guys are able to identify the feelings that these characters are having just by their actions. Here we go.
How is she feeling?
She is sad.
How is she feeling? How is she feeling?
He is angry.
Woo. So we were able to identify two of those feelings from our famous movie of Inside Out. So in that situation, we saw that the little girl was doing everyday things. And sometimes those things happen and we have to identify our feelings. Here we go, guys.
All right. So, look at Travis. Here is Travis and Linda. Linda thought she saw Travis looking at her math assignment. She's accusing him of copying her work. Look at Travis. How do you think he's feeling? Maybe upset, angry, maybe even embarrassed? How can you tell? By looking at his face, his body, and the situation that just happened. Travis is embarrassed by Linda's accusation. He feels himself getting angry. His face feels hot and his heart is racing. It's uncomfortable. He feels like yelling at Linda.
Think about how Travis can calm down and start to get back in control. Why don't you turn and talk to your partner some of those ideas? So how do you think he could stop and calm down before maybe letting those emotions take over? Let's call in a few groups.
All right.
Travis uses self-talk to stop and name his feeling. He says, "Stop, I'm feeling upset and angry." He begins to feel more in control, but his body is still feeling uncomfortable. He needs to calm down. He decides to use belly breathing. Belly breathing can help you calm down so you can think and get back into control. So we are going to actually watch another video about how we can use belly breathing to control our emotions.
Hi, I'm Brent. You know, just like you, I sometimes get mad, frustrated, or excited. And when that happens to me, I use belly breathing to help me calm down. This is how I do it. I put my hands on my belly. I pay attention to my breathing. I take a breath that makes my belly move out when I breathe in, and back in when I breathe out. I breathe in slowly through my nose and out through my mouth. It's like smelling some delicious hot soup and then blowing on it to cool it down. My breathing is so quiet that I can hardly hear it. What do you think? Want to test it out? Try it with me. Put your hands on your belly. Take a breath that makes your belly move out when you breathe in through your nose, and back in when you breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in slowly through your nose and out through your mouth. Raise your hand if you can feel your belly moving in and out. Nicely done. Let's practice again. It's easy to learn and it will really help you out. Next time you get upset or too excited to think, try it out.
Alrighty, so we just learned a new strategy that might help us calm down if we need to use that belly breathing.
After using belly breathing to calm down, Travis can think about the situation. He admits to himself he really was looking at Linda's work. Travis was having trouble understanding the assignment. He thought it'd be easier to copy Linda's answers, but now he feels guilty because he knows that's wrong. How can Travis take responsibility for what he's done? Maybe he can admit that he was wrong, apologize, or say he won't do it again. Travis decides to take responsibility. He tells Linda that he was copying off her assignment. He apologizes for doing it. He explains that he had trouble understanding the assignment, but he knows copying is wrong, so he won't do it again. Linda accepts the apology.
Think about how Travis can get help with his math assignment. He might be able to be assertive and ask for help from the teacher. He might even ask Linda to help him too. So he decides to be assertive and get the help that he needs and add more practice so that he is able to finish his assignment by himself. When someone accuses you of something, it's important to calm down first so you can think about what the person said. Then you can handle the accusation calmly and thoughtfully. Now you'll practice calming down with belly breathing as if you've been accused of something. So, Ms. Pelzel and I are going to read off a few scenarios. And we're thinking about how we might feel if someone is accusing you of doing something that you may or may not have done. So we need to use some belly breathing. We breathe in and out to first name that feeling and then think about how we would react.
So with a partner, you're going to talk about this situation and how you guys would handle it. The first situation you're going to talk about is your friend accuses you of calling him or her a name.
Oh, I might have to do some belly breathing. How might you approach the situation? Turn and talk with your partner. Scenario number 2. A classmate accuses you of cutting in line. I think I've seen this a couple times in 3rd grade. How might you stop Use your belly breathing and determine how you will react. Turn and talk with your partner.
All right, last scenario. The lunchtime supervisor accuses you of not cleaning up your mess. Maybe you spilled milk or there's stuff on the floor.
Maybe it was even your friends.
How would you handle that situation?
All right, here we go. So we're going to wrap up today's lesson. So today you practice using belly breathing to calm down when you have strong feelings, like when you've been accused of something. How can you handle accusations calmly and thoughtfully? Okay, so we need to stop, calm down, and name that feeling so that we can respond to a situation in an appropriate manner. It's important to also take responsibility when you've made a mistake. So that's all we have for today's lesson, third graders. So remember next time when maybe you're accused of doing something to stop and calm down and use our new technique of belly breathing.
All right, have a great rest of your day. See you next week.